Hello friends, welcome back to 18th century. This is lecture number 57 on the history of the English language. I hope you are enjoying these classes and is beneficial to you. Alright? So when you see now this 18th century again, the 18th century again there is that ascertaining, correcting the mistakes, then fixing the language, stabilizing the language. That was the obsession with the writers and also linguists of the 18th century. If you want to know, say if you want to see a specimen of 18th century English, why these people are so much worried about it, I will write just a sentence also as a specimen for you. See, you see, those days they write like this: I thought. See, like I thought. Then other things that I had brought. They would like this. I had brute like this. I had brute. Not I had brought, I had brute. See that? I have brought, and then another is, there is a having, they used to write like this. Hand. See how difficult it is, isn't it? I thought I had brute, haven't. This is what I say. Can't do it like this. Can't do it. So can't do it, can't dot. This is the reason why that Swift, Daniel Defoe, Dryden, Dr. Johnson, and then you have got Steele, Addison, these people, they were very much worried about the state of the language, and they had that desire, expressed that desire to stabilize the language. So the ambitious hope of 18th century is an ambitious hope. This is an ambitious hope. The ambitious hope of the 18th century was to stabilize, to establish the language in the permanent form. That is the word fix or stabilize. You know, stabilizer. Stabilize, fix, or establish. Establish the language in the desired form, in a permanent form. Actually, it was fixing. This idea came from Swift. And for the remaining 50 years, what Swift said went on echoing. You could hear the echo of what Swift said. Fixing. Because you know, the language is changing. You see, I already gave, you know, some people who write thought, THO, apostrophe D, some other people in another way, like that. So when Francis Bacon, Lord Francis Bacon, that essays, famous essays, who wrote essays, you know, I need not tell you of studies and so on. His great friend was Toby Mathew. That was his friend's name. Toby Mathew. That was the name of his friend. He told when Bacon heard that all his works had been translated into Latin, Bacon told his friend that, oh, thank God, at least my works will remain there for a long period of time for people to read and understand. Because Bacon was worried what will happen to the language. A succession of writers voiced this concern. You can see unimportant, not a very important poet, you might not have even heard of his name. Poet, the name of the poet Waller, W-A-L-E-R, Waller. Poet Waller. What did he say? No? He said, but who can hope his lines should long last? But who can hope his lines will long last. Second line, long last will long last in a daily changing tongue. In a daily changing tongue. See, that is the situation. The poet may be an inferior poet, may not be a very important poet, but what is said? But who can hope his lines? Sorry, not will, but should. Should long last. But who can hope his lines should long last in a daily changing tongue? So that was the situation. The daily changing. The language is daily changing. That's why Bacon told his friend, oh, thank God, my work will remain for some time at least. So that. Swift, he said that without an interpreter, it will be very difficult for people to understand our tongue. The perpetual variations of our speech. That's what he said. Quite violent. So you can see the concern expressed by these people. So the Swift said, you need an interpreter for this. Somebody has to tell you what it is, what their own language. So I said, the perpetual variations of our speech. Swift said it, the perpetual variations of our speech. Again the same thing, same idea he is expressing, same concern against. Said that, see, Greek classical languages, for example, Greek language, Latin language, already achieved. They are stable, last for a long period of time. So why can't we also expect that our language will last for long? So then what are the problems? Problems they face to us, one of standardizing, other was refining, and the other was fixing. So if you count the problem, list the problem. One, the problem of standardizing. Second, the problem of refining. And third, the problem of fixing. So you have these three problems. Now what will you do now? Then what happened, actually they looked around. When you have problem, what will you do? Then they found, in Italy there is an academy. France there is an academy. So these academies were entrusted with with refining the language, Italian language, and with the correcting the faults and fixing, and thus to make the language up to the level of classical languages. So the work was done by academies. So then comes the idea of academy in the English mind. Very interesting, no? The English people, the French, they had an academy. Cardinal Richelieu, you heard of him, Italy also had. But still, the English people, they were sitting and thinking, what to do next? We have problems. We have problems for standardizing, refining and fixing. So what to do? Then came the suggestion. The suggestion is, in Italy they had this. Italian model. The Italian model. They had an academy, Accademia della Crusca. Accademia della Crusca. That is Italian name. Italian names are like that. Established in 1582. And they published a dictionary. They had a dictionary. And they purified the language. And the dictionary went into several editions. It was a very impressive exam. Academy and the dictionary, very impressive exam. Then they turned to France. Cardinal Richelieu. Cardinal Richelieu said we must also have an academy to give definite values to our language and to render it pure, eloquent and capable of treating the arts and sciences. So this is what is. Again the same idea. To give definite rules to our language. Academy. The French Academy was for that. The goal of the French Academy was to give definite rules to our language. To give definite rules to our language. For what? And render it pure, eloquent and capable. And render it pure, eloquent and capable. This is what the Cardinal Richelieu said. Cardinal Richelieu, capable of treating the arts and sciences. Of treating the arts and sciences. You want to know the name of the spelling of the name of this great man, Cardinal Richelieu. Cardinal Richelieu. R-I-C-H-E-L-I-E-U. Cardinal Richelieu. He was a statesman who led a very luxurious life. Maybe one of the reasons for the foreign revolution was his life. That's what in history it is remarked. And so French also had a dictionary. They also had a dictionary. In fact, what the Englishmen wanted was this. Englishmen means writers of those days, periodical, editors of periodical essays, writers of periodical essays, novelists like Swift. So he said to give definite rules to our language, means French language, and render. You will read the render, isn't it? Yes. Render it pure, eloquent and capable of treating the arts and sciences. They also had a dictionary. So the proposal came. Now it is very strong. The proposal for an academy was very strong. In his essay upon projects, Daniel Defoe devoted essay upon projects. Essay upon projects. Daniel Defoe. He devoted an article to the subject of academies. He was a very important person those days. Dryden voiced his concern and fully in support of an academy. So, our language is extremely imperfect, said Swift. He wrote a letter to the Earl of Oxford, the Swift. And then he said, Earl of Oxford, in a letter he said, our language is extremely imperfect. How concerned were these people are? Our language, this Swift said, our language is extremely imperfect. Imperfect, he said. To the Earl of Oxford, he said. Because, he has to, we also do the same thing. Then he had to get something done. He had to say important VIPs. See? Addison, in his Spectator, he said, we must have something like an academy. Addison said, we must have something like here. So his interest was an academy. So you can see Dryden, an academy, Defoe, an academy, Swift, an academy, Addison, academy. See, these great people, they approached great men like the Earl of Oxford. Then what is the problem? There was was many people objecting this idea. Many people. They said, look at the French, they spoiled their language. But the guillotine, you can say, or the last word came from Dr. Johnson. He said, if an academy, if you have got, suppose you have got an academy, if an academy should be established, what will happen? The spirit of English liberty, it will hinder and destroy. That's what it is. If an academy, suppose you are going to establish, you are going to start an academy to control the language. Because language, in a way, you see, is an organic growth. You can see from Indo-European onwards, if you go through, we have already seen that, how it's slowly developing. In between, there are people who are contributing to the language, like Joseph Shakespeare, and translators, and like Philemon Holland, and the Bible translators, and so on, contributing. So if you fix it, then what will happen? It will be like putting a lid. See? It is putting a lid on a vessel. So that cannot be done. Dr. Johnson said, they must have done that Italy might have done something, but we are not going to do it because it is going to hinder the growth of the language. It will hinder and he said, destroy the language. So that was a decisive, his statement was a decisive one. He was a towering person in the 18th century. And because it was from his single-handed he worked. And then finally in 1755 he published a dictionary of the English language with supporting, listing all the words available those days. And then clarifying the meaning of each word with quotations from great authors. There are some 80,000, yes, 80,000, sorry, must be 8,000, not 80, 8,000 quotations from Shakespeare alone. Because he was a Shakespeare scholar, you know. We have done some lectures on Dr. Johnson's criticism of Shakespeare, halfway through we have done. Now I have to complete it. I am collecting materials for this. So there may be 3 or 4 lectures more. So he was a Shakespeare scholar. So 8,000 quotations from Shakespeare alone to define the meanings, to give the meaning, explain the meanings of words. So when such a person, a towering personality of the 18th century, we speak of age of Johnson, we speak of age of Dryden. Age of Johnson, that is not the latter part of the 18th century, he was a powerful and his voice was decisive. Therefore he said, in case you start an academy, if you establish an academy, 2 things will happen. It will hinder our liberty and destroy the language. So it is going to happen. Therefore, the proposal for an academy was dropped once and for all. Understand? It was something like, that is the last word in this debate whether English people should have an academy or not. That's the last word. So friends, if you see, you can see the desire for fixing the language. These are the great actors in this drama of fixing the language, and they had tried many things. All of them, each and every one of these authors, we can see this. They were concerned about the change, concerned about the imperfections, concerned about impurities, concerned about even Bacon, that is ever changing. That's what it is. Ever changing. The language is ever changing. The poet Wallace, daily changing tongue. So how can you do any work in such a daily changing tongue? See? So they have proposed, there are many ideas. Some of them wrote essays, some of them wrote published essays in periodicals, some of them wrote letters directly to very important persons, and there was a very serious discussion on whether they should have an academy on the model of Italy and France. And Italy, of course, it was successful, we have seen. They published a dictionary and it ran into several editions. Then we have got the French Academy. Initiative was taken by Cardinal Richelieu, but people say, on the whole, people say that they destroyed the language. So it came up, the discussion came up, it became a very hot topic of the day. And finally what happened? And Dryden and Swift and Defoe and so on, they wrote directly participate, but then what happened is the hand of Dr. Johnson, see, he said, no. No, for two reasons he said. It will destroy our liberty, so it will hinder our liberty and destroy the language. So, no question of any academy. With this, the discussion of the academy, an academy for an English language was once and for all abandoned, or you can say it was closed. They no more talked about it, because such an authority was Dr. Johnson in those days. The age itself is known as the age of Dr. Johnson. I hope that you have been following this, that is appeal to authority. Now that is in appeal to authority you have got, main problem is the impurities of the language or mistakes of the language, errors of the language, changing nature of the language, not a standard to conform to, and therefore each one had his own way of writing, and there were a lot of we can see faults such as contracting of polysyllabic words, contracting of verbs, and also some fashionable people using slang. All kinds of problems were there, and the people who were really interested in this language and the issues of language, they were trying their best to see, at least by the end of the 18th century, all these disputes and changing nature of language, etc., should be brought to an end. Then finally you have got the verdict given by, the one and the only verdict given by Dr. Johnson against the academy, and with that everything came to a close. So we will see again with the next step. We can almost imagine who gave stability to the language. The question is, who gave the stability to English language? The question, answer is Dr. Johnson and his dictionary. I hope that you have been following and enjoying my classes. Very nice, and hope that this will be of use to you. Some use to you. I don't say this is the only one. Always I said this is only a kind of help to you. I hope you are enjoying, and so till we meet again, bye. Have a nice time. And if you have time enough, you subscribe to my channel, and also tell your friends to do the same if these are useful. My effort is useful to you. Okay? Bye.